Hey there, Uncle Flip here. So I wanted to say that I joined the Atari iRebel Jeff Minter game jam. I've never done a game jam, but this one seemed doable. I always thought game jams, I don't want to give up my ideas to a community or, I just felt like I couldn't get a game created within a short time period, like a week. Skyfrizz took me like 20 years, obviously on and off, as a hobbyist. But I think this one's doable. And, I got the theme, which is a perfect beast. At first, I was like, oh, geez, what the hell am I going to do with a perfect beast? That's a tough one. But, I came up with something. But, so the first thing I want to mention is I was, going through the Jeff Minter collection by Digital Eclipse, seeing all the history of Jeff Minter. Now, back in the day, I had heard of Attack of the Mutant Camels and, Grid Runner, but I never really played them. So, I've just been kind of getting into Jeff Minter's games and story, since I've been getting back into Atari and related retro gaming stuff. But I find that there's a lot of similarities to how I started in my style and Jeff Minter's. One of the things that you can see in his early games, and I don't think he's the only one, obviously me too, is he always used flashing colors, especially in text. I was always attracted to that just because it looks cool. I know people with epilepsy don't appreciate it as much, but understandable. So that was a similarity. But also going through his history, a lot of his early stuff was on the VIC-20. The first computer I learned how to program BASIC in was the Commodore VIC-20. The first Skyfrizz was made on the VIC-20, which is all of those programs are lost to time now. But I was kind of relating, to my early days. And that got me more excited about this jam. And so one of the things that I wanted to do was try to match my screen resolution and colors, perhaps, and get it as close as I can to the VIC-20. I thought that would be fitting for the game jam. So I am using QB64. But I'm getting as close as I can, just for that style. As far as a perfect beast, I'll tell you that in the next video.